What are we looking for, Johnson?
It's a giant crater. The locals say something big fell out of the sky, like a shooting star.
Woo! We'll have to make a wish!
Our intelligence tells us that it was not a shooting star, but instead was SCP-179.
Does that mean it was an asteroid of some sort?
No, the SCP has a human-like body.
Well, are we about to discover the next Superman?
I'm not sure, Iris. Let's keep moving.
Here's the crater, Johnson!
Be careful, Iris. Watch your step.
Is that a woman? She has such long flowing hair!
Yes, I believe the SCP is a female, an intergalactic woman of sorts.
Forget Superman, more like Superwoman.
Right. I'll call a helicopter to airlift the SCP back to the Foundation.
Roger that, Johnson!
Dr. Bloom, I've come to report that SCP-179 has just been transferred to the Foundation.
Excellent update, Johnson. What background info do you have on the SCP?
SCP-179 is a humanoid entity that was located at a constant distance of approximately 40,000 kilometers from the south polar region of the solar photosphere, locked to the rotation axis of Sol.
So it revolved around the sun.
Not quite. The most recent recordings of SCP-179 had indicated that it maintained a continuous orbit around the center of the galaxy.
What else do we know about it?
The external appearance of SCP-179 has been defined as a human female of undetermined ethnic group of between 20 and 40 years of age. Its entire bodily surface is covered in or composed of a matte black material.
Interesting. We'll have to test the material. Anything else remarkable?
Its hair appears to be composed of this material. It measures over 34 kilometers long and seems to reflect variable amounts of sunlight. This reflection being the phenomenon that indicated its existence to Foundation astrophysicists during 1940.
I'm surprised it reflects sunlight instead of absorbing it.
Indeed. One last thing, Doctor. Several markings or tattoos are placed throughout its bodily midline. Judging from their brightness, these markings might be of metallic composition and have a golden hue.
Noted. I will analyze the tattoos when I go study the SCP. I've begun to conjure ideas about the possibilities of this SCP. Thank you for the in-depth report, Johnson.
Anytime, Dr. Bloom.
So this is SCP-179, huh?
Yes! The Wonder Woman from space! We found her in a crater.
Makes sense, though I'm very curious why she fell to Earth, whether she chose to come here or not.
Who knows? Maybe she had to tell us something.
Our report showed no vital signs. She must be dead. But I question that fact. How can you live in space with a normal human body? Maybe Earthlings can't comprehend it.
Maybe she is dead. I mean, she doesn't appear to breathe or move or do anything. I wouldn't know if her skin and hair are healthy either. She's unlike anyone I've ever seen before.
Well, she didn't get burned while descending through our atmosphere, so that in itself is an anomaly.
Look at her tattoos, Dr. Bloom. Ooh, they're pretty cool.
They're amazing. They have a metallic composition. Her body must conduct electricity quite well.
Ooh, they look like gold. Yeah, I think her tattoos are a lot cooler than yours.
Whoa now, I like my tattoos. Maybe it's time for a new tattoo.
Her hair is so crazy. I wonder how she managed it in space.
I have a hypothesis about her hair.
What is it?
Apparently, her hair was constantly pushed away by solar wind. It also reflects a significant amount of sunlight, enough to be noticed by scientists on Earth.
So...
That's a crazy amount of reflection.
Maybe you should do some personal reflection on your style, Dr. Bloom.
Cut it, Iris. Anyway, I imagine you can use that power of reflection to capture solar energy.
Like solar panels?
Now you're talking. Imagine how powerful her heart must be to live in space. It probably has the power of an atomic bomb. No, 50 atomic bombs.
Are you hinting at destruction, Dr. Bloom?
No, not at all. I'm hinting at energy capture and conversion. I have an idea I need to pitch to the higher-ups.
What? You want to get a raise from the Foundation so you can afford new tattoos?
You're sidetracking me, Iris. No, come on, let's get out of here. I need to speak with Site Director Triana. Site Director Triana, I have an idea I'd like to run by you.
Hello to you too, Dr. Bloom. What is it?
Have you heard about SCP-179?
Yes, I've heard about the SCP. Just recently arrived at the Foundation.
That's correct. I've been doing some research, and I feel I need to dissect the SCP for the purposes of clean energy.
I will not authorize that.
But hear me out. I'm trying to improve the energy efficiency of the Foundation. We could cut costs.
The Foundation already runs efficiently.
But what about clean energy? Does the Foundation run on clean energy?
Yes. Foundation scientists have spent decades researching and implementing clean energy here.
Huh. Well, I'm proud of the Foundation.
Any more questions?
No, I guess not.
I am not going to authorize any of your wild ideas right now, Dr. Bloom. You need to prove yourself over time.
Fair enough, Site Director Triana. Thank you for your time.
Goodbye, Dr. Bloom.
I'll just have to authorize my own ideas. Well, SCP-179, it's time to see what you're made of. First, I'm going to cut out your heart. On second thought, I'd rather not blow up the Foundation in case your heart really has the power of 50 atomic bombs. However, I can cut off some of this reflective hair to try and redirect the sun's energy. You know, maybe I should keep the whole body intact. I don't want to produce any adverse effects. I'll just bring you up to the roof instead. Just need to get all of these solar panels set up, and then my experiment will be good to go. Alright, now that all of the solar panels are set up, I can attempt to switch over the power. Okay, SCP-179, let's see how much solar energy you can really reflect. First, I'm going to flip off the power switch to the Foundation's main power source. Then, I'm going to let solar rays reflect off of SCP-179's hair onto the solar panels, which will then become the new source of power for the Foundation. Here goes nothing. Okay, better move fast. I hope this works. I've done it! I did it! I've used SCP-179 to convert solar energy into an even more efficient energy source.
What have you done now, Dr. Bloom?
What's going on?
Leave me alone, Earthlings!
Blasted! My experiment failed! How am I going to explain this one? I won't have to explain anything if I can turn the power back on.
Johnson, go find Dr. Bloom.
Bingo!
Dr. Bloom, what's going on up here?
Failed experiment, Johnson. Nothing more, nothing less. Back to work, I guess.
Get off the roof and get to work on your next SCP mission.
One of these days, I'll prove myself.